my name is Ali and welcome to my channel. We are back with Hakuoki Kyoto wins Okita's route. Now I'm gonna apologize right now if my voice sounds a little scratchy and I have to clear my throat more than once. I've been having a nasty cough lately. It seems like it's allergies because I'm not having any other issues, but I hope it goes away. I can't stand it. But anyway, it's been a while since I've read some of this, so yeah, I may be caught off guard. But anyway. His expression seemed to brighten, even if just a little, and it relieved me to see him cheer up, no matter how small of a change it was. You have to take care of Kondo. I'm sure Kondo understands that you made that choice because you had to. But still, knowing that you drank the water of life, it must still sadden him. Yeah, I know. This conversation with Okita made me realize I was never human. But if I were to pretend that I was, and I made decisions in my life to reflect this, would there still be people who'd accept me for who I am? It's funny, I just realized that both games that I'm playing, Mystic Destinies and this one, the main character finds out she's not a human. It's weird how I picked two games at once to do that. What's the matter, Chizuru? No, it's nothing. Doesn't look like nothing. Why don't you tell me? I kinda suck at cheering people up, but at least I can lend you an ear. Okita was being as curt as he's always... Okita was being as curt as he always was, but it felt like the first time he showed me that he must really care for me. Maybe, just maybe, it was his way of paying me back for earlier. Keeping this in mind, I decided that this was a good opportunity to tell him what was going through my mind. I'm just jealous of you, Okita. You have someone like Kondo by your side. In that moment, I recalled Kaoru's hateful eyes, the intensity of his grudge held against me. It turned out that I'm not a normal human, and knowing my brother, by blood, felt as he did. As the bitter memories rushed back, I felt a wave of melancholy and unconsciously bit my lip. Oh yeah, huh? I totally forgot. I hadn't even thought about the fact that you weren't human, or that you were a demon, really. As he said that, I felt the tension in my heart ever so slightly. Okita didn't seem to care that I wasn't human. Eventually his eyes squinted as they darted up to watch the clouds form above, before he spoke. Besides, you mentioned your brother or whatever, but at the end of the day, family is just a bunch of strangers that happen to be related to you by blood. They aren't people that you choose. They just happen to be there when you were born, you know? I don't think there's anything for you to worry about. What? I didn't expect those words, and I was speechless. Family is just a bunch of strangers that happen to be related to you by blood. They aren't people I chose, so don't worry. I've never heard it explained like that. Such words of comfort were rare from him, and the confusion with which I'd been burdened over the last few days began to feel much lighter. Thank you. Warmth was welling up from the bottom of my heart. If any other person had said those words to me, I don't think I would feel the same way I do now. Hey, Okita? Do you think we could be close enough to talk again like this someday? Man, what am I gonna do with you? You're a real weirdo, you know that? We're all weird in our own ways, Okita. We are all weird. All right then, do what you want. I don't mind talking to you either. Yeah, I think I will. Somehow my chin had acquired something of an arrogant tilt under the cold winter sky. Oh, we're going to fade away. All right. Our sweet moment with Okita. The night of the battle at Aburano Koji was a turning point for the Shinsengumi. For the men who didn't know the details, it was simply a battle against the former comrades, the guardians of the Imperial Tomb. Those better informed knew the situation with the Satsuma and Choshu domains had changed, and Ryoyuma, I guess, Sakamoto's hit, was part of the big plan. Only the heads of the Shinsengumi knew the whole story, the activities of the demons, and Okita and Heisuke's transformation into Furies. Such an important battle had stirred up the atmosphere in the compound, and for several days there were excited men everywhere, shouting and talking. Moments of silence were quite rare. I felt I would only be in the way if I was wandering around the grounds, so I did my best to stay in my room by myself.
Ah, thank goodness you're here.
I actually can do his voice right this time. I think a couple episodes ago I did something really weird with his voice. I don't know what the heck I did, but I just gave up and I'm like, you know what? It's going to sound like crap. I don't care. Sanan walked into my room without saying anything.
If you'd gone out, I wouldn't have been able to look for you.
Sanan? But it's daytime. Are you sure you're all right?
Yes. I just had a revelation. I just had to tell you immediately.
His eyes glittered with something, and even though he was smiling, I could feel the fingers of dread begin to poke at the base of my spine. Why me? Wouldn't you want to tell Kondo or Hijikata instead?
Well, it has to be you. You will listen to my idea, yes?
That stern look he gives is kind of creepy. Although he asked in the form of a question, his choice of words made it seem far from letting me make a choice. Sanan started to talk without waiting for my answer. Jeez.
Yukimura, that princess Zen had claimed that you are of the demon clan, right? And as a demon, you are stronger, faster, and more resilient than a human. Demonic superiority was displayed quite clearly by those demons who just attacked us.
Well, I understand that, but what was Sanan trying to get at? My heart started to pound, anticipating bad news.
A demon possesses immense power. It follows with the blood, which flows through demon veins, should be similarly powerful. Perhaps it is even potent enough to completely counteract the madness of the Furies.
I didn't know how the Water of Life worked, but Sanan's explanation seemed logical, even if it was a bit manic. How can you know that for sure?
Since before I became a Fury, I've been researching how the Water of Life works. I know more about it than anyone else here. I still have yet to discover the exact composition of the Water of Life. But I am hypothesizing that a core ingredient is fresh blood.
Oh God, no.
And I'm assuming not from a human.
Oh, dude. Dude, that's warped. All these people are drinking blood. That's gross. Ugh. Sorry. I'm not a vampire, so I don't know.
Perhaps there may be demons or demon-like entities roaming throughout foreign countries.
So... Oh, jeez. Back up, dude. Back up. Sanan drew closer to me without making a sound.
In any event, I believe it's worth testing. Your very existence could save the Fury Core. No, the entire Shinsengumi.
Wait! Sanan's eyes had grown painfully sharp, and I almost thought I could hear the barest edge of madness in his voice.
Now...
Oh, shit. Dude, no! Calmly, he drew his sword from his scabbard. There was no madness or bloodlust in his movements. That only made them all the more terrifying. Yeah, honey.
Oh, there's nothing to be afraid of. I'm not going to kill you or anything. I just want a small sample of your blood, that's all.
I took a step back. 2. Sanan and his sword came closer. Shit. He lifted it, and the steel blade shimmered in the light. Then, all of a sudden, just then, "Hey, Sanan, what the hell are you doing?" Oh my God. that, sorry. Hijikata had burst into the room. I was going to say the Ronin. That sounded a little weird. Then, what is this, Sanan? Of all people, I'd expect you to know better than to draw your sword at someone on in the compounds. Jeez. Have you lost your mind?
Hijikata. Oh, Hijikata, excellent timing. Please give me a hand here. You also need to convince her to cooperate with us.
With calm purpose, he stepped between Sanan and me. I think that's supposed to be Hijikata. Put your sword away. Personal conflicts are forbidden. The rules of conduct apply to everyone, even the captains. Sanan glared at Hijikata begrudgingly for several moments, but he soon turned away and sheathed his sword. So what happened? Did Yukimura do something?
I'm searching for a way to treat the madness of the Furies, for the good of the Shinsengumi.
And that means you have to cut her?
I'm not going to kill her. I only need a little of her blood. We've lost so many of the Furies from the battle the other day. Many of our human soldiers have fallen as well. If we are to effectively utilize the Furies we have left, as well as the ones we are about to create, then we must find a way to temper their madness. I know you for an intelligent man, Hijikata. Surely you understand.
Oh, derp. The code says that we don't fight each other for any reason. You haven't forgotten, have you? So no matter what reasons you give me, I cannot condone bloodshed amongst our members.
However, Yukimura is not technically a member of the Shinsengumi.
Maybe not, but she's been here long enough. She might as well be. They continued to stare for a while, neither willing to budge on the matter at hand. Sanan sighed.
As usual, you're too soft. I guess I have no choice. I'll leave for now. But keep in mind, if we do not discover a method of suppressing the side effects of the Water of Life, even Toto will begin to suffer from the bloodlust.
I don't know why his voice just makes my jaw lock. It makes my jaw so tight. Only after I'd heard his footsteps fade away down the hall did I begin to breathe again. You okay? Oh, yes. Thank you for helping me. Nothing to thank me for. I just ensured Sanan followed the code. In the past, he wouldn't have stood up to me like that. I looked down. It's true. Sanan had been acting strangely lately. He would have never drawn his sword as aggressively as he just did before he drank the serum. I'm sorry. Huh? What's gotten over you? There's nothing for you to apologize for. Well, the reason why Sanan was acting the way he did in the first place was because Kazuma destroyed the Fury Core. After I said this, Hijikata paused and reflected to himself before responding. I think you've gotten things mixed up. Huh? They are allied with the Satsuma and the Choshu. In other words, they are our enemy. If an enemy attempts to attack us, it's a given that we're going to put our lives on the line to stop them. He spoke with so much conviction, but it's none of your responsibilities to protect me. So what are you saying then? We should just offer you on a silver platter to them and beg for them to spare our lives, just because they have powers we don't? This is not the samurai way. Jeez, I can't read. For us, once we've decided on something, we will never compromise that decision. We're not bitches. I just like how he's like, we're not bitches. I mean, come on, we're not dumb. Oops. We're not wimps. Hijikata was so confident with what he was saying, and I felt there was no real contention in his claim. Jeez. Even if he wouldn't say as much, I'm sure he knows that kicking me out of the Shinsengumi would make their lives so much easier. But if they did that, It would be a violation of the values they pride themselves on upholding. I'm sorry if what I said was out of line.
I already told you. You don't have to apologize. Don't make me repeat myself.
Hijikata said this timidly, muttering under his breath before looking down in my direction.
Next time something like this happens, be sure to tell me. Don't keep it to yourself. You can always tell Yamazaki or Shimada too.
All right, understood. Hijikata nodded and turned to leave, but I realized I had one thing left to say.
What? Is there something else?
There were so many warriors who were injured as a result of the attack on the compounds. Saito hadn't been present for long recently, and Kondo was occupied with the meetings with the Bakushin. Similarly, I had a feeling Hijikata was feeling the pressure of all of his duties lately. I wished that I could be helping him in some capacity, but I might get in their way.
What is it? I won't know if you stay quiet.
I will just say I'll stay here. Nothing. I'm sorry for stopping you.
Huh? Did you lose your train of thought? Whatever then. I'm going to head back to my room.
Okay. I watched his back disappear through the door, leaving me alone in my room again. As much as I wanted to be helpful for everyone, if I recklessly walk about the compounds and things like earlier happened, it wouldn't be good. Maybe it's just better I don't do anything. I'm actually going to let you guys go here due to the fact that my throat's kind of giving me trouble again. But I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!